Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. I'm joined in the studio by Raf Amzayan of Ecarslist Inc., aka Ecarslist is the website. How you doing, Raf?
Doing good, buddy. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. What do you do and what sets you apart for your customers?
Sure. It's not an easy one to answer because it goes back years, right? And the way it was all created, why it was created. Basically, think of automotive online purchasing platform, kind of like Car Gurus or Auto Trader, but on steroids.
Yeah.
So what that does, that allows the consumers to actually go and complete the whole transaction online. Right? If you want to, obviously, we're not going to make people buy cars online if they're not comfortable doing it. But the idea behind it is to create a site or a platform or a network where people can go and actually complete the transaction online without having someone standing behind their shoulders or without even visiting a dealership if they don't want to.
You know this business well. You've been in this business a long time. Tell me about your history and why what you're doing now is so important for today's economy and the buyers.
Absolutely. The thing that gave Idea the birth was the first car I've ever sold. I sold a minivan when I was selling cars. This was 2006 or 2007. I was brand new in the automotive industry. I was working at a Toyota dealership. And this was Saturday. They just cut us loose from training to go sell cars. So I meet this couple with a couple of kids, and actually the lady was pregnant as well. So they had another child on the way. That's why they were trading their SUV for a minivan Toyota Sienna. So long story short, I ended up selling them that vehicle, but it took me 9 hours from the beginning to the end of the whole transaction.
Yeah, that's a marathon.
And we're talking, buddy, think about it. It's July. It's 100 plus degrees. This poor lady, she's pregnant. She has two boys running around. I'm appraising their trade. I'm trying to pull vehicles on the North 40. We had a back lot. We call it a North 40. This vehicle was 3 vehicles in. And so it ended up taking the whole day. And I wasn't used to the automotive industry or selling cars that way. Where I'm from, you go park your car on Saturday morning. It's kind of like a long lot, but private parties, and people know that's where that kind of like the market is happening on Saturday mornings. They go and look and talk to the owners directly, and if they like the car, they go to the notary and they finalize the transaction. So I'm new to the car business, to the automotive industry in general, plus to the U.S. back then. And it was a lot of fun. But that day I realized, I said, there's something wrong with this process. There's got to be an easier way, faster way to get someone into the vehicle they want. You know, the process, it's annoying, you know, and I just want to make it easy. With my experience being in it for 20 years now, again, I started as a salesperson. I went all the way to a general manager. I ran dealerships for the past 7 years. I was a GM up until January of this year. I ran stores, and I've interviewed thousands of customers on the showroom floor. I asked them the same question. What did you like about the process? What did you not like about the process? And if you could, what would you do to change it? What would you do different? Tell me. I want to help, right? So, and that's how that idea came to life year after year. 8 years ago, we started the whole thing. In 2023, we rolled out our first MVP. Since then, we've built 2 apps, and now they're in the app stores. And we're starting now the marketing and advertising of the whole thing. And that's why we're sitting here talking.
That's terrific. And so talk to me about your average customer and how they engage with your tool.
Currently, anyone is our customer, right? Think about it. If you're in the market for a vehicle, if you're going to go online and look for one or research one, you're going to go to a couple of websites. Those websites are going to be autotrader.com, cargurus.com, possibly cars.com, maybe carfax.com. There's 4 or 5 of those big sites, right? There's no really a website that has all the tools that we have. We have a whole breakdown: tax, title, license, out the door numbers, warranty payments, prices. The whole thing is on there for you to see. You have the complete history of the vehicle. You can look up new car incentives, lease payments, rebates, cashback. All that information is out there on our site. We're transparent. I'd say it this way: this is the ideal car buying process, for someone that is actually looking for a car. And if you're not comfortable with doing it remotely, like we suggest, we can take care of everything else for you. We can make the phone calls, make sure the deal is done. You go to the dealership and you pick it up, including the trade appraisal, the evaluation of the trade-in, including all the incentives, credit applications. The whole thing, we can help. We can hold your hand from A to Z. Basically.
So it's almost a concierge, if you will.
Pretty much. We do offer a concierge service as well. And first probably 3 or 4 months, that'll be a free feature. So if you're looking for a car and you want a general manager negotiating on your behalf,
which sounds like a
use
great
the
benefit.
app. You know what I mean? So and that's what we have got coming, buddy. That's one of the features.
So I'm hearing if you're listening or watching, download the app now, start using it now, because some of the features are going to be paid at some point as you continue to grow. So it sounds like you're answering the call, which is people like to do their research online. They like to make their buying choice significantly or completely online. That's been happening more and more, almost exclusively in some cases, since like the advent of Amazon. As they want to see it, get the reviews, and do all these things online. So that's really what you're doing. And the research has shown that for you, and that's why you created this app. Tell me about that transition from we're in person to an app and how that's working.
Absolutely. It's actually the whole thing's available on our website as well. We've got Cox Automotive is one of the largest automotive industry titans, we can call them. They own Manheim Auto Auctions. They own Kelley Blue Book. Autotrader.com is owned by them as well. So they're a big, big company, huge company. And they do a research every year where the consumer is leaning, right? So this year, about 2 months ago, we did a webinar with them, and I didn't participate. I was just watching it. And it was okay to record. We ended up recording some of it so we can rewatch later and see what we can grab or grasp from it that will be beneficial for the consumers. And based on that research, buddy, 60% of people that shop for vehicles today, and let's do some math. I'm going to back up for just a second. We have about 330 to 350 people in the United States, right? Roughly million. Did I say, what did I say?
Yeah,
so 300, roughly about 350
we're talking
million.
Millions.
Exactly. We're talking millions. And every year, 40 to 50 million of United States people, well, citizens or in the U.S., we basically sell 40 to 50 million vehicles per year. So it's about 15% of the whole population, right, purchases cars. And 60% of these folks, they say they're comfortable doing most of the process online, or at least almost most of the process. So some folks say, hey, we would like to do the trade evaluation and the credit application online, and we want to go just pick it up in the store. We don't want to get that vehicle delivered for some reason, which is okay. It's absolutely their choice. And that's why we created Ecarslist. So you have that choice. You have that option. When you go and you search for the car and you inquire about it, you can start the purchase right then and there, or you could just submit a quote. Submit a quote and ask for some numbers, ask for some details, Maybe we can arrange an at-home test drive for you. Believe it or not, being in this business opens a lot of doors for me. I've got a lot of friends that are general managers of dealerships in the whole Metroplex. So all it is for me is a phone call. Hey, buddy, meeting one of my friends, we've got a customer interested in this vehicle. Can we arrange an at-home test drive? What are they going to say? They're going to say, of course we can.
They want to sell a car.
Think of it, right? So, and that's what we bring to the table. The relationships that I have, the experience that I have, the ease of use, the platform. And not only the app, buddy, but you can go also on the website. You don't have to. Some folks say, I don't want to download another app. I already got a million of them on my phone, Don't need the app. Go online. Go look at it, ecarslist.com. Put your zip code in, whatever the vehicle you're looking for, and it'll just pop all the best deals up front. That's what is very important. competitor of ours, Auto Trader and Cars.com and all the car gurus and all these guys, they have the paid placement for their vehicles. We don't. We only going to show you the best deals up front, no matter what that placement, paid placement or not. Everything is fair, everything is clear and very transparent. So again, you're not going to waste hours of looking for the car you want. As long as you know what you want, you can just put the filters in and boom, it's all there for you. Graded by the best deals. You're going to get the great deals, then the good deals, then the fair deals, and overpriced ones are going to be in the bottom. We have 5.5 million vehicles live on there now.
Right. And so you mentioned like that percentage of the population. That means about 30 million cars are being bought through an online or that type of model, which is significant and growing. And so let's talk about your intention for growth. Talk to me about your reach and any partnerships you're developing with different dealerships.
Sure, absolutely. So we're a SaaS company. I'm sure you probably know what that means.
Software as a service.
As a service. So it's subscription-based. Our dealers are going to be paying us just like they pay Car Gurus and Auto Trader and Cars.com. They pay monthly. But the amount that they pay is huge. Now, we don't only offer those dealers the connections, right? Think of it like this. What are we? What is Ecarslist or Ecars Inc.? There's consumers and there's dealers, right? What we are is that we're the infrastructure in between both. We just connect them. We connect the consumers and the dealers. That's all we are. Big picture. But also we have other services that we offer. We offer websites to the dealers, right? If you have a website that's outdated a little bit or you're not happy with it, you can get a new website with us. We built the latest technology. They're all responsive. You'd be surprised. Some of the dealerships' websites I look at, buddy, they don't even have a click to call. Like if I'm a consumer and I'm on my phone, and believe it or not, most of the consumers, they shop on their phones. They don't do it at home. You want to click to call. You want to get directions to the store right then and there on the phone. And a lot of these websites, they don't have it. So that expertise comes. We're going to help them with that. We also have an AI assistant that we install on dealers' websites to have that conversation when even you're closed. After hours. Most of the folks shop online, they want to talk to someone. And our AI assistant, we call her Carla, Nice. She's there 24/7 to set appointments for you. Yeah. As a dealer, it's beneficial for you to have that. And that is at the fraction of the cost that they pay now. For example, this tool that I was just explaining, competitors charge anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Ours is going to be $498. And that'll give you the website, that'll give you the tool, that'll give you the Ecarslist lead generation platform. So it's all included as a one Ecos operating system, actually, I like calling it, because it's more of an OS, right? Just kind of like Ecarla is the Siri of our operating system, and we also offer a CRM to the dealers. If they want a new CRM, we have a CRM that has all the tools that they need. The AI layer, the Ecarla tool, not only on the website to answer, but also to guide your salespeople, to organize their mailboxes. So it's I can talk about it and talk about it.
Is there a certain target size of dealership you're looking for? And geographically, is it the state of Texas, national, beyond that? Tell me about who you can serve.
Yeah. Absolutely. We serve nationwide in Canada right now. Mm-hmm. So the available inventory is from U.S. and Canada, all of it. And not only vehicles, not only cars, but we also have motorcycles, we have RVs, and we have heavy equipment on there too. So that opens up not only to the car shoppers, but people that like to ride bikes, people that like to take their families on vacation in RVs over summer. And we have you should check it out. It's a great website. It's a lot of information. It's a very good tool, and it's very easy to use. Again, it's built by someone kind of like an insider, right? By interviewing thousands of consumers over the past 15 to 20 years, I've built exactly what they asked for. As far as serving, we're serving nationwide, but we're starting with DFW Metroplex.
Gotcha.
We want to, we want to have a proof of concept in DFW first, then we'll probably move to Houston, Austin, state of Texas first, and then we'll go, we'll see where we want to go next. But we're going to start in Dallas. Dallas is a huge market. We've got over 1,300 new car franchise stores in Texas and probably about 4,000 pre-owned. So our tools could be used by a buy here, pay here dealer or a franchise dealer, and everyone in between. So we don't discriminate when it comes to that. Currently, we have about 40,000 dealerships in our database that we're going to go after, who we want to sign up. So goal for 2026 is to sign up 200 paying dealerships by the end of this year.
Okay, I imagine
which is averaging
attainable.
about, yeah, it's obtainable. We're currently hiring a good sales team, experienced sales team that actually can provide results. Yeah, that's the plan.
Let's talk about why you created this. I mean, you were in person. You told me a little bit about that, but let's talk about the real mission here that drives you.
One thing in life that we can never get back. You tell me, what do you think that is? It's time. There you go. You nailed it right then and there.
I'm getting
man.
older. I feel it more than ever. Yeah.
To me, it came when my father passed away.
Oh, sorry for the loss.
Thank you. It's been years now. Thank you for saying that. And I felt like that time that I could have spent with him, it was I could never get back, and obviously I didn't. So the goal is to save people some time and heartache and headache, right? So, and then as I was always taught, when you take care of the customer, the profit and the income, it'll be there. So the goal is to take care of the customers and save them time, save them money, save them time, save them heartache and headache. Make that car buying process faster and easier. It's an exciting thing to buy a new car. It shouldn't be a headache. It shouldn't be a process of, people just, they don't even want to talk about it. They're like, oh man, I don't even want to think about buying a new car because I just don't like the process. I don't want to be spending day, 2, 3, a week at dealerships back and forth, We eliminate all that. So the main thing we want to do is save people time and save them some money.
And it sounds like you're addressing what the newer generation, people younger than me and younger than you, what they want is they want pretty hands-off, they want easy, and they want to be able to do it on their phone. With the least, and I hate to say it, is like I have late teens, early 20 kids, young adults, and they want as few interactions as possible with other human beings other than people their age.
Right.
So this is a bridge as you've made it, the way you've designed it.
Yeah, you're right. I do have an 18-year-old son as well. Actually, funny thing is, buddy, we ended up doing a deal for him as well through the app.
How about that?
Yeah, so he turned 18, and I looked around, what should I get him? I thought about buying him something for cash, a couple of grand, let him beat it up for a little bit. Then I said, you know what? I think he's a responsible kid. He's doing really well in school, he's going to A&M and just graduated a couple of weeks ago. He's a captain of the robotics team.
Oh, terrific.
Future engineer.
Bright future, yes.
Yeah. So long story short, I got him a Honda Accord. We submitted Thank you. We submitted the transaction via the app. The form went to John Engel Honda of Dallas. They replied, recorded the whole thing, made a little video. He posted it on TikTok, how easy it is to buy a car via the app. So we ended up doing that transaction on there, and it was a lot of fun. The dealership called and said, what do you want to do? They sent us 3 vehicles. We compared all 3 of them, looked at the numbers. He said, I like that one. I'm willing to pay for it. He's paying for the payment. It's not a bad payment. It's only at I think it's like $367. It's a lease, First lease, I put his name on it so he can build credit as well, right? The whole idea was to put his name on it, build his credit, so then when he's ready to get
that
a lot
first
of people don't,
post-college car
right,
yeah,
or even through college,
yeah,
he can purchase the deal at the end of the lease. A lot of people don't know that, You can get that first half, the depreciation value via lease, and then you can buy the residual value after the lease is over. You're buying the car, because a lot of the times you can get tax credits and rebates, but that's another conversation.
Right.
Maybe we'll do.
Yeah, something that being in your industry for sure.
Right.
Interesting.
And that's what I'm willing to pass down to everyone else. If someone, you'd be surprised, buddy. I get phone calls 4 or 5 times a week, friends, acquaintances, asking to help with the buying process, or asking questions, or hey, what do you think I should do? Should I lease or buy? Should I get a American car or Japanese car, or domestic versus foreign, German and stuff like that? So I get a lot of these phone calls, and I always share everything that I know, my honest opinion. I don't hold anything back, and that's what this opens up. It gives you. Think about it. Some people go to school to obtain knowledge, to learn things over the years. They go to college, they get degrees to learn these things. Well, I've got master's, PhD, and all the other degrees in this business, So
Yeah.
from floor to a general manager's office, and every store that I've ever ran, we've done pretty well. We've broken records. So I know that side of the business. I know what consumers want. Why not help with the knowledge that I acquired? And in a way, here's what I don't want. I don't want to come across like I'm trying to hurt dealerships.
No.
That is not the goal. I'm very grateful to the business, to the automotive industry, what it's given me, my lifestyle, my family, the success, the career. I love the business. It's in my blood. But I love the business when it's done the right way. When it's starting to be the games and all that, I'm out. I don't like that kind of. It's not the way you should do it. The automotive industry already has bad stigma attached to it. Why make it worse? You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. 80 to 90% of the folks in the business are great guys and gals, and it's that older generation that made, we're fighting that over the years, but hopefully one day things like Ecarslist will make things easier, for people, and maybe the reputation will change.
Not only that is people vote with their wallet. So, they'll go where they'll put their money where it's the best situation and resource for them.
Serves them.
Raf, we are both members of the Caddo Office Reimagined, and they have 10 locations here in the DFW area. Why did you choose a location within Caddo Office Reimagined for your business?
Buddy, I'll be honest with you. I really loved the ability to travel within the Metroplex and have meetings. That was one of the selling points for me. Number 2 point was an ability to do this podcast with you. That there's a studio ready.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And then another one was you have a podcast studio in the Prosper building that could be used for any kind of recordings and podcast as well. And on top of that, why not? I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility. Every one of them are beautiful, right? You've got 3-4 conference rooms. You have phone booths where you can make phone calls. It's an affordable price. You can have that address that a lot of businesses want, right? Because unless you have a physical address, you cannot get your business listed on Google. To get verified, you have to have a physical address. That wasn't the reason for me, but for some people it is, right? So, a lot of benefits, bunch of benefits that I really liked, and people as well, Haley and Miss Garcia over there, yeah.
Great staff.
Great staff, yeah.
Returning to eCars Inc., for people who, there are a lot of apps out there and whatnot, help them get past whatever is stopping them from trying it out. What would you say to people who are just thinking, okay, what do I need to do here, Raf?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to spend the time to go look for a car online anyways, right? Give it a shot. Give eCars a shot, ecarslist.com, or the app if you want to download. And if within first minute and a half you don't like it, don't ever go to it again. I promise.
That's
how confident I am. Because everyone that looked at it so far, they loved it. They loved the features. They loved how easy it is to get to what you're looking for. It takes just a few clicks and you're already looking at a car. Instead of answering a bunch of questions, registering. Come on, I just want to shop. I just want to look. And that's what it's designed to do. If you want to look at incentives, you go into the research tab and you can pull up all the different incentives for every manufacturer, state by state. Where else can you get it? Nowhere. These are the things that there's a payment calculator that calculates the payment, taxes, license, registration fees. If you want to put a warranty contract or gap insurance, that's available for you as well. So you're as close as you can get to the exact payment. Obviously, it all comes down to the final approval via, the lender that the dealership chooses. But if you know your credit, approximately, you can figure the rates and it'll be really close. Excellent. And that's what the goal is, to get it really, really close so there's no surprises. That's what people hate when they go to the dealership and things change.
Truth.
That's what we're trying to avoid here.
That's excellent. For those listening or watching, just check the show notes. So the description below and the links Raf has given me, they're right there. Just click through, go check it out. Like Raf said, if you don't like it, you don't have to stay there. There's no requirement.
Absolutely.
But if you do, then there's a conduit to getting your next car.
And here's what I'll do too. Anyone that mentions the podcast within the inquiry or the phone call, I'll take care of them free of charge. I'll leverage my personal connections to get them most money for their trade, get the best interest rate, work out the whole deal. Think of it, you have your own general manager negotiating on your behalf. That's what I'll do.
Excellent. Well, Raf, thanks for coming and being on the show and just sharing your knowledge, your obvious passion for the industry and for helping people today. It's been great talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, buddy.
Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagine. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.